welcome to my channel. This is my first video, and if you happen to visit my channel, please consider subscribing and tap the notification bell. In this video, I will share with you my total experience, my journey in applying to different online home-based jobs from the start of ECQ here in Cebu City. Well, last March, I was referred or invited by one of the teachers of 51 Talk to join their team as a part-time online teacher. I passed in their interview and went on to their technical check, but unfortunately, my computer didn't meet all the required specification that needs to be compatible with their application. So I stopped. After 2 months of being idle, Cebu City was placed under GCQ and we were able to go back for work on June 8th. However, even before the month ends, the city was placed back under ECQ due to increasing cases and widespread community transmission. That was the time that I was so apprehensive and desperate to look for another resources since I was part of the no work no pay status. In this video, I will share to you what I have learned and what I have researched, the different types of job that you can work online. So here are the 4 types of different online home-based job for beginners like me. Number 1 is a data entry or image annotation. I really don't have any idea as to what is this all about since I didn't focus on this job. It seems that it requires a highly techy person and I'm totally not that one. Number 2 is a chat support. As the name implies, it is a non-voice. All you have to do is to answer questions online and cater customer demands, and it requires multitasking skills. Number 3 is the ESL or online teaching. Well, I already mentioned you about my experience on this. And the number 4 is the transcriptionist or transcribing job. Well, to those who haven't heard about it, we'll talk about it right now. What is a transcriptionist? It is a professional typist who listens to recorded or live audio files and convert it into text file format. Yes, you only have to listen to an audio file and submit your work as a written representation. Sounds easy, right? As I research on google.com, there are a lot of hirings for transcriptionists from different websites such as jobstreet.com, indeed.com, monster.com, and many more. But before I tried applying, I made sure to look for reviews on Google and from my favorite blogger on YouTube, and that landed me to apply to rev.com. I also applied at verbit.com, but unfortunately both companies I didn't pass in their transcribing exam. There are multiple choice before a transcription job that needs to be transcribed properly. In my case, it was as a first-time applicant and don't have any experience in transcribing. It was difficult on my part because we all know we do understand and listen English, but during the exam you have to listen and transcribe conversation from the foreign country, and we all know that they speak that slang and even they use shortened word that I need to Google the word if it's legit or not. And also, before you take the exam, you need to read the styling guide. Now, each company has their own styling guide. I mean, they have their own rules, the do's and don'ts, the proper usage of a certain punctuation mark, and of course the grammar, the spelling, and the certain word that needs to be capitalized. So you need to read those before taking the exam. After you failed on your first application, you can still reapply to them after 45 days. So in my case, I didn't wait for that. I went on applying to different company, and that landed me to apply in Q&A World. June 12, I applied in Q&A World and I passed because this time I really took my time on transcribing that transcription job, and even if it takes me an hour, they won't bother that as long as you will submit that transcription job and make it sure that it's all done properly. And on my side, I did a lot of research before I submit my work, and that made me pass. Same day, I started my first transcription job. Right now, I'm still waiting for another call since I'm a newbie. That's the disadvantage of being a newbie because we have only 50% of all the company's client and 50% will be given to the, I guess, the tenured or like higher level. And as newbie, we only have the 50%. And then there are lots of newbie, then we have to keep waiting. In Q&A world, as a first timer, as a newbie, your first transcription job will be rated or should be rated before you go on to another job. Each job should be rated in order for you to get paid. On my case, my first job was rated 4 and that was quite good. 5 is highest, 1 is the lowest. So if you are rated 2 below, then you are not going to be paid by the company. I end this video, what are the qualification of being a transcriber or transcriptionist? Well, first and foremost, you must have your own device, a laptop or a computer, stable connection, internet connection. You have the basic knowledge in English, the grammar, the spelling, that's very important. Companies don't require experience, but they still need the basic knowledge in English. So even if you are experienced enough, you get a mistake, then you cannot be accepted. Those who are struggling applying to different online home-based job, just keep pushing, don't give up. You try to apply to a certain company, make sure you look for reviews in Google and on YouTube, because that's where I found my review and that's where I applied Q&A, Rev, and Verbet. There are a lot of companies worldwide, so don't lose hope.